Amber, I have feelings toward a man. Oh Lord, oh God. And scene. Amber, if you don't sit your ass down, listen. Do y'all think I'm wrong because I don't feel bad for Amber? I don't at all. You're the only one that didn't know. How you didn't know and you've been knowing him the longest out of everybody on the show? You've been knowing him way before Milan got with him. Some people you just want to shake. Like you don't see it. Your mama see it. Your sister see it. Your grandma see it. Everybody see it. Child. So Amber's going all crazy, crying on the ground, having a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old who can't get no more candy. And it's just crazy. I guess one of the people who work there, who work on the set, came to give Amber a hug and everything, just try to calm her down. I was just like, what the hell? Like, it was just so extra. She gonna get that Mona Scott Young check. She gonna get that check. She gonna get it. She gonna get it. I was just like, my God. Amber's definitely coming back for next season. She's that whole little scene, like it at least got her booked for another season. I was just like, oh my gosh. So, Milan, he gets up, goes to the bathroom. She gets violent. She gets upset. She hits Milan, gets in the car. Then the therapist, she tries to talk to Amber. And Amber's just like, no, please go. I ain't got time for this. I'm upset and this and that. And the therapist was just like, I want you to know that he said that he loves you. And she was just like, I don't care. He needs to leave and all this. One thing that I do think what pisses people off about about Miles, is that Miles is one of those people that got that very mellow tone all the time. He just talks like this, and it's just like that all the time. Even when he's mad, or even when you're mad at him, he still talks like that. And he's very much like, well, why you mad? What's your problem? And that just makes you, even more mad. You just want to punch him in the face. Like I get that from him, and it's like, Lord, but it's all right. Um, Let me see. So she's talking to Amber, and Amber. One thing that stood out to me out of all that mess that Amber said was that I cannot. She said that I can't hate him for who he is on the inside. I love that. I love that moment that Amber said that. Even out of all her anger, she said that. She was like, I gotta make some phone calls and stuff because I just don't know what's going on. I really want to make a phone call to his friend Milan because his friend Milan is gay, and I want to know like why they so close and stuff. And oh, Amber dear, oh little girl, little earthworm girl. Mm-mm-mm. It's so sad. And she was just like, well, there goes my future, my relationship with Miles. I don't understand. Amber is the only one that thought that they was in a relationship. Not one time did Miles ever say to us, y'all let me know in the comments below if y'all caught this and I didn't. But he never said that he was in a relationship with Amber. He said that he has a close relationship with Amber as friends. They knew each other. They dated way back in the day. They used to be together. Now they're cool. But she still thinks otherwise. But that's on her, right? She's the only one that thought they was in a relationship. Miles never said that that's my girlfriend. Ever. Not one time. She the one still had this fairy tale shit made up in her head. So it's like, I don't know. But next week is gonna be everything because y'all saw that dress she came in. She wore. She's getting ready to talk to Miles next week. I mean Milan next week. Them M's, I told you. I mix them up. Mix them up all the time. She getting ready to be snatched and she getting ready to go talk to Milan next week. It's gonna be everything. I can't wait. But yeah. Anyway, um, let's move on from that. She went to go talk to her grandmother, and her grandmother sitting up there with them cocoa nails from SWV. Anything you want me to do, I'll do it. just serving. And I was like, yes, grandma. Grandma was like, I know it, I knew it, I knew it. Yes, I did. Yes, she did know it, grandma. Everybody knew it, but Amber, grandma, everybody. But so Shonda, Nikki, and Nia meet up. I guess they had one of these fake workouts again. Shonda is Willie's from Day 26 girl wife. And basically they're talking to Nia, and Nia tells them about the whole situation she had with Nas. That Nas got the best of her, and she showed her that when her Soldier Boy and Nas met up, when all three of them met up, Nia, Nas, and Soldier Boy, and Nas let Nia see her phone, and she saw the text message between her and Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy initiated it, of course he did, and that was pretty much how that whole thing went. And they got into a little small fight, and Soldier Boy just sitting there at it like it's cool. Of course he is. He's an ass, and he's young, and he has money. Why do he care about anything, especially feelings? But Nia has been with him for 9 years, and she's been dealing with this shit for that long, so I don't feel bad for her ass either. Now, so she's talking to them, and Nikki was like, "Well, she invited me to her little clothing line, but everybody has a clothing line. It's ridiculous." She invited me to her little shindig, whatever it is, and Nikki decides to go because Nikki feels like it's her place to tell Nas about herself. That little girl need to stay out of y'all business and all that. Like, Nikki, who the hell are you to be giving relationship advice? You blow up doll. Like, who are you? Like, that's crazy. And so we're moving on from that scene. Tiny, Brandi meets up with Tiny. Y'all know Tiny. Escape. He don't really know me. You just wanna do what you wanna do. That's not the way you should be. No, you should have listened to me. Yes. What I need from you is understanding. Let me stop before I just get into a whole little singing moment. I might do a couple of acapella videos. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Anyway, she meets up with Tiny. Tiny looking like a blue pit, like a ratchet mermaid. And they sit down talking. She went over in Africa, wherever she went. She got her eyes done, the blue eyes. I would have never. It's too much of a risk. But anyway, they talking, and Tiny was like, you know what? I had the situation with Tip. And Brandi, you're a little special, you're a little crazy, you need to love on that man, be with that man, and all that stuff. Long story short, Max and Lil Fizz, they met up. I'm switching, stories because it's all tied in the same thing. Um, because that scene was pretty, that really wasn't nothing. I'm just gonna put Max and Brandi, get them out the way. So Max meets up with he's with Lil Fizz. Lil Fizz is recording his album that nobody bought or will buy. And they talking or whatever, and Max tells Fizz, how he kind of threw the ring in the neighbor's yard, their wedding ring, because he's sick of Brandi and her shenanigans and everything that's going on with Brandi and all her drama and all that shit, and he's just sick of it. And LaFizz was just like, yeah, but why'd you throw the ring away that shows your union, your bond? And he was just like, you know what, I love Brandi, but I fell in love with hip hop first, and hip hop is my first love. And it's bad when Fizz gives you advice. Fizz was like, no, but you need to honor that relationship, like that's your wife, like you don't just throw the ring out. Like, I understand why she got mad. And Miles, he thinks that he's still like young, I guess, and just out there and doing his music or just want to tour and stuff. Like, you have a wife and a baby. This is him talking to Fizz. That's the whole reason why you shouldn't, especially when your career is just popping off, or sometimes it take people a little longer to get established. But whatever, like, that's why you should just wait a long time before you even think about falling in love and getting kids or whatever, because you never know when your career is going to pop off, and then your career just randomly pops off, and but you have all these other responsibilities. When you rather just have your career pop off and you just can live your life and just do your thing and then worry about kids and all that later. But I mean, sometimes things just happen, and I guess you never know when you fall in love, right? But you can control having kids most of the time with a condom. So let's see. We're moving on from that. Tierra and Ray J, child, that was a funny ass scene. Tierra got out the car, just looking bloated as ever. Poor little Tierra. Oh, it's so many talented people on the show, but they just done sold out and they just have nothing else to do. Like, it's crazy. But Tiara gets out the car and then she was just like, "Look, I was just giving you information on what your girl was doing. I was trying to help you out, G." Rachel was like, "No, bitch, you was giving her information. You was being messy, you shady, you janky, you ain't shit. You was just trying to be her friend just to make her look bad or whatever to me. And you ain't right, and it's all about me. You want my dick," which is absolutely true. I hate to admit this, but Tiara is still stuck on Ray J. Like honestly, if you wanted revenge from somebody that bad, like why? Like especially Ray J. Like girl, like that situation is gonna end drastically anyway. Who does Ray J stay with long term? Nobody. Like so, I don't know when he's gonna officially grow up. He's like a 30-something-year-old kid, but whatever. So Tiara, enjoy your miserable ass life and whatever. Hopefully Tiara and Ray J is finally done, but we'll see. Soldier Boy and Nia meet up. Nia decides to talk to Soldier Boy about everything that happened and how she want him to change, and Soldier Boy is so damn disrespectful. I would have slapped the shit out of Soldier Boy. He was just like, he apologized about the situation, just real nonchalant, acting like nothing was a big deal, how he is. And he was just sitting there and he was just like, he switches the blame on her. You hang out with all these thoughts. What am I supposed to think? You had a baby young. You ain't perfect. And he was just like, really, really? And he throws up the fact that he's worth $25 million. Soldier Boy, that's not even a lot of money. You have one hit, sir. And you had that hit when you was like 16, and now you're in your 20s. Where's your, like, please, money runs out, especially for your lifestyle. And so he basically threw that up in her face and told her to get the fuck up out the table. Your attitude ain't need to change. This relationship ain't gonna work. It was terrible. I was just like, if Nia's still with him, she's as dumb as she looks. Seriously. I don't feel bad for her either. My God. All right, so Nikki come to what's the name, little function. Um, was the redheaded girl. She come to her little function, and Nikki basically approached her, getting ready to fight in a freakum dress, and was like, "Look, what's going on with you? And you need to understand that Nia is my friend, and my loyalty lies with her. I'm not fucking with you. Not your business. Nothing. Um, she got her man all over Instagram or whatever, and you need to just leave it alone." Nas brought up a good point. Nas was like, "Who the hell are you to give me relationship advice when you was in the love triangle yourself last season with Mal and Masika Malika? Like, who the hell are you?" And she was just like, "No, I was the girlfriend and this and that." You thought you was the girlfriend, Nikki, just because you the one that he took out in public. But they get into that whole thing. Nas asked security to escort that bitch out. And Nikki, she puts on the show, not ready to leave. And Nas touches her or whatever and kind of pushes her. And Nikki puts down her glass like she can ready to do something, which she's not. And all of a sudden, Nas throws up. Like randomly. I don't know what the hell happened. And Nikki was just like, "It's just my beauty and all that." Nikki, shut the hell up. And Nas throws up again. I don't know. It's something with her. But Nas throws up and throws it on Nikki. I was like, that's some nasty ass shit. That's crazy. I would have took her out with a heel, a stiletto in her eye. Um, so that was crazy. The last scene was Miles talking to his sisters, his older sisters, and they was just like, he was just like, "I have feelings toward the same sex and this and that, and I didn't want to tell y'all because I'm really the only man in this family, and y'all don't have y'all dad, I don't have a dad." And they was like, they want nieces and nephews. What about God and all that? It was a really touching scene. Um, and you can tell he was nervous. He had a lump in his throat. It was quite terrible. Well, quite, it was quite nerve wracking to see. But he got through it, and it ended with them saying that "I love you anyway, and you're my brother," and that's it, which I think is the most important thing anyway. Most of the time, well, in most cases, when you come out, it's usually not as bad as it seems. But eventually, they either have to get on the train or get off the train. I mean, you grown. Like at some point, you just have to not care and live your life. I'm Mr. Chalaki, Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's Kings World on Twitter, Chase Kings on Facebook. I only got 15 minutes for these videos, y'all, so that's why I'm kind of rushing. I believe I got everything. I will speak on Black Ink Crew reunion and Out in Hip Hop. Bye.